Like a story that I'd read for class actually, by T.H. White, like Sword in the Stone, and there was like a little sub-story in it about like teaching Arthur that like man and all the animals, they all started out the same. We're all like an embryo, we're all like the same, but like the animals when they were created, that they chose different tools for how they live their life than people, but really we're all like, we all started out the same.
I definitely think that a lot of people I don't want to say dehumanize, but definitely like put them on a lower level than humans.
They think of animals as an object and not as another living being, because I know from experience, for me having dogs throughout my life, my dogs do feel the same emotions as I do.
I think we kind of disprove that, cultural thing where only humans have souls, because, I mean, a lot of us feel that we have the souls of, like, different animals.
We're not talking about science, we're talking about beliefs and, like, how it actually portrays into life and, like, how it works and everything. It's not that, like, we're not taking mathematical science out of everything and just putting it into our lives and using math and science and formulas to make our minds up and do stuff. We're actually believing in this stuff, that it will happen, and if it does happen, then that's awesome when we proved ourselves right.
I know that for Alpha Res and Alpha Rye, they did a lot of like research on wolves and a lot of research on how their structure works in like a normal like wolf pack. Kind of like those growls and barks and things were kind of interpreted from a normal working wolf pack that's kind of like present now. So we kind of integrated that into our own rules and our own set beliefs and our own way of kind of showing dominance and submission and things like that. But there's also like, people to look up to, like the elders and the alphas, like they teach us.
Do you want me to just announce it and then there are 3 different levels. There's a closed mouth growl, the open mouth growl, and then like a snarl type thing, which Becca's gonna demonstrate for you, and you too, Val.
Okay, like the closed mouth growl is to really just kind of get someone's attention quickly. And what you do is, obviously you have your mouth closed and you would do a growl from the throat or from the diaphragm. Like, and like you can crinkle up your nose, and like furrow your eyebrows, kind of like a, like what in the world are you doing? Like, would you get, like, want to give it a try?
So, doing it?
Yeah, like a...
At night, just like sit there and just like, just look at yourself, and you can laugh at yourself.
Pretend you're me and make dragon sounds.
Yes, totally. But like, you can do that, and then like, you can just sit there and do it. But like, I can't do it in my house because like my dogs will go crazy.
When you're like, when someone snarls at you and they're angry at you, and you're like, I'm sorry, you whimper. So do you want to demonstrate that, you and me?
Okay.
Wolves in the wild will rub their scent over another wolf to show that they're dominant of them. It's an activity that only alphas do, and if non-alphas do it, we're going to probably get mad at you. So we're going to show it to you so that if you see it, you don't ever do it. But yeah, so.
Like, it happens sometimes on accident.
Yeah,
but
sometimes you do it on accident, but
because if you're walking by someone.
Yeah, but it just means like that you're marking that person as yours, like, and it's
pack.
Yeah, as you're part of your pack, and whereas the alphas are the ones that are running the pack, they should be the only ones that are marking people, So, yeah. Therian means part of human and animal. Stropy is like, it's a condition or state of being, so it's a state of being both human and animal. The first time was a very strange experience because you know, I'm sitting there and I'm meditating and it's completely normal. And then all of a sudden, like, I felt like it wasn't that I was out of my body, but that I wasn't in my body either. Like, it wasn't mine anymore. It was something else's. And I really, like, and I would look at myself and I looked at my hands and I was like, this is strange. It didn't feel right to look at my human self, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And in my mind, I was trying to picture myself, and all I could picture was this reddish, grayish, brown wolf.
Shifting is where you mentally, you know, like your senses maybe turn into that of your stereotype or the animal you connect with spiritually. There are different levels of shifting, including mental shifts, which is the highest one, which is where you mentally, like, your mind takes that on that of the mind of your stereotype and your perception, so you see everything differently. Sensory shifting, which is where your senses get sharper a little bit, like maybe your teeth feel sharper, maybe like when people touch you, like it hurts more because you're sensitive, maybe your hearing gets better, your smell gets better. If you're more shifty, that means that you're more likely to act like your stereotype would, or more likely to mental shift, just because of your surroundings or the people you're around. A lot of people become shifty around us.
This is Jamie, our puppy. Right now she's doing a grappling with one of our elders. That is Mama C.
She's a horse Therian.
Amazingly, she's not being very horse-shifted today. Get out of that. See, a horse tends to have its back legs, a power push forward. Kind of just generally the most scariest snarls and growls and barks usually come out during the grappling without realizing it.
Right, yeah, there I was just trying to fight like a wolf. Horse fighting is completely different.
Since I generally partial shift into wolf, into Jade, what happens is the fact of she takes over. It's her instincts, and so that is, I mainly use the wolf posturing. Like, you will have foxes posturing is different, you've got cat posturing.
Pretty much with horse fights, it's a
kind of bump up against each other.
Yeah, you try to bump up against each other, and pretty much with, you know, hit them with your gloves, because they're so strong.
And body slam.
And body slam.
So,
and a lot of times they will back up to their opponent so that they can kick them from behind.
Well, shifting for me, it's definitely not voluntary. For some it is, but me, it's more of when Moon is getting fed up with what is going on to me. Moon is very protective of me and my family. So if, say I'm getting bullied or something like that, then there's up to a point there will be my self-control and being able to control Moon, but then after that it's more of Moon's trying to protect me and is doing the best to do that. Well, before I felt really alone. I've been alone for most of my life. My spirituality and my religion has always been something that I've internalized and has always been just myself. And when I met Shane, I was able to talk to him because I grew up in a very close-minded Christian family, and so I wasn't able to talk to anyone about anything spiritual.
It's one of those things where you know about it when you're younger, but then you forget it as you grow up. It just came back to me once I'm at, what happens for a lot of people in the pack too is like once you meet someone else who's a Therian, it's kind of like yawning. It starts like a domino effect where not that you start believing in it, but it just awakens something inside you and you realize that, oh, this is what I am, I've just never had a name for it.
it's kind of like this melting pot for like all of our emotions and our actions and beliefs, and we just blend them so well. It's kind of like queso dip. You make some good queso dip and you make some bad queso dip, and we made the good queso dip, so we all blend together. And we're just that
I love
sorry, I was thinking
Thank you for making me hungry.
I know. They're amazing. They're pretty great.